It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. And he'll be taking on the juggernaut Joe Joyce. A massive 80-inch reach, 6'6" tall. So much height behind this guy.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man. The juggernaut, Joe Joyce. One of the hardest hitters in the division. Not many fighters hit harder than the juggernaut.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6'9", here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner from London, England, and standing at 6'6", here is a British, Commonwealth, International, and European heavyweight champion, the juggernaut, Joe Joyce.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. Joe Joyce, an Olympic silver medalist. These uppercuts are scoring. Those counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. Just missed with that hook. Just misses with that uppercut. Beautiful counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. Relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch. He
just misses with that jab. time they throw a shot, they get countered. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Fury in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is in.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone. Make them tired, trip over their own feet. Get them angry.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. That hook was off target. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. How about that time counter shot? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. It's all offense all the time. Catch it. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. And a round that seemed like he... There's the bell to start round three. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Joe Joyce, one of the biggest heavyweights in the division.
You've got to fight dirty, Todd. You've got to get in close. You've got to fight on the blind side of the referee. You've got to find a way in.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. There's a counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Fury division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. Can't score with that jab. Right uppercut just off target. Bombs away. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in. Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Nice counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the jab. Didn't land that jab. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. A perfect counter lands. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain with a brain.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. Well done with that counter shot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. Time for the 5th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of defense here at all. And that hook misses. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with something that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good job stopping that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That big hook doesn't land. That jab won't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he misses with that jab. Won't score with that right uppercut. Perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They got out of the way of that right hook. Beautiful counter punch. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Oh, down goes Joe Joyce. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
PlayStation